clearly see this hunger arising in young men for exactly a call to that kind of adventure. It's like, get the hell up, guys, get to work. There's things to be done. It's like, get the hell up, guys, get to work. There's things to be done. There's dragons to confront and things to set right. I believe that's the truth, and I believe that it's more powerful than fear and than suffering. And that's saying a lot, because fear and suffering are real. It's more like adventure. It's more like the great adventure of your life. It's more like adventure. It's more like the great adventure of your life. It's more like adventure. It's more like the great adventure of your life. It's more like adventure. It's more like the great adventure of your life.
Have you heard the phrase, freedom is just another word for nothing left to lose? You've heard that, right? Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. How about that college class you were going to sign up for? How about that sport you wanted to get involved in? How about that motorcycle you wanted? Too dangerous, right? You're free. You're free. Every one of you who is depressed and anxious, you're free. You're free. Because nothing you do will be worse than the way you feel right now. Do something. Do something dangerous. Psychologically dangerous. Take a chance. Put yourself out there. Flame out. Get killed. Just get smashed. Just go do it. You're free. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. You're free. Do something. Do something. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. You're free. Do something. Do something. If you want to meet people, here's the best way to do it. You have to join activities. There is no other way to meet people and form lasting friendships. Hear this clearly. There's no other way to do it. You have to join an activity, a club, a sport, a gym, an organization, a political movement, nothing else, right? You can't just make a friend. Like, good luck. You could try, but I don't think I've ever seen it work. Hi, Bob, hearing good things about you. I think we could be friends. Doesn't work. Do something. Do something. Join a thing. Make a sport. Form a club of your own. Just go do it. You're free. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. You're free. Do something. Do something. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. You're free. Do something. Do something. Why would you not form a club of your own? Because you're afraid nobody would come, right? What's the difference? You're as good as dead. You're depressed, you're anxious, you hate your life. You're thinking about putting I can't say that here, but you're thinking about maybe life isn't worth it. You're free. You're absolutely free. Go have some fun. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. You're free. Do something. Do something. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. You're free. Do something. Do something. Now, I gotta tell you, I've used this technique a number of times, and man, does it work. It really works. You're free. Just remember that people criticizing you are narcissists. They are broken. Don't let it break you. You've got some techniques now, and I think you're gonna be a lot better. Go get yourself some friends, and you'll find your mental health problems feel a lot better. Go get involved in something. Join a group. Form a group. Be the boss. That is your advice for the day, and I will talk to you.
Greetings and salutations, friends! Welcome to another glorious day here at the Tango Hotel. Yes, indeed, my friends, we have returned. And today we continue our journey with the biggest of stick energy, that's right, in Elden Ring. Yes, the big stick has returned. Hidden Sage, greetings and salutations, my friend. So apologies for the lateness, but there's been a lot of stuff going on here at the Tango Hotel, and Tango has been doing a lot of tangoing, so basically I like readjusted a bunch of my stuff, so I have my giant like widescreen monitor instead of it being like this and in a portrait form with, you know, all the chat on there. I made it my like work area for all of my stuff, and then my chat is on my tiny screen, but I can still see it, and it's pretty awesome. It's just gonna take a little bit of finagling to get used to, and here we are. You just happy you made the show start today? Roger that, sir. Roger that. And what's funny is that now instead of looking this way to talk to chat, I'm gonna be looking this way, because the weird thing is that I have to look at my own face, because when I talk, I have to talk to somebody, and I can't just be like, "Hi, chat. How are you doing? Hi." I can't do that. I've tried. But I don't know if you know this. But before the Elden Ring was shattered, the day that humanity took its rightful place as masters of the galaxy, that's right, the master of mankind himself invented the greatest thing in human civilization. It's called the simultaneous sip. And if you're new here, my friends, no worries. Listen carefully. 'Tis but a simple set of instructions. All you got to do, my dudes,
grab that cup or mug or glass. Perhaps you have a tankard, chalice, or a stein. Maybe a canteen, jug, or flask. A vessel of any kind. You fill it with your favorite fluid. I like my morning coffee. Waifu made. Enjoy me now, friends, for the gloriousness. That's right. The stupendosity, the absolute awesome sauceness that is the simultaneous sip. Brothers of the waffle, citizens of the Tango Hotel, it's happening right frickin' now.
go! Yeah, so it's gonna take a little bit to get used to. I have like all this open area over here now, and the rest of my desk is just completely jacked up. I'm gonna end up having to off-stream move some stuff so that it just like shifts the entire thing that way, so that I've actually got room. Because right now I have this entire area that I can't even do anything with. Like my phone is like, you know, it's just a big mess. It's just an absolute big mess. But thank you for being here, Hidden Sage. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Why am I playing with the keyboard? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me, boys? Why you do this, Tango? Why you do this? Why you do this to yourself? Why you do this to yourself? All right. Okay, that's not a good idea. All right, let's just real quick move this so that it is not in the way of there. So it is not in the way of excuse me, of the life bar. There we go. Okay, we can see things now. Now, the more interesting thing is there anything that appears up there? I don't think so, other than, like, the save thing, right? I don't think so. So it's just going to be, you know, I'm a professional. It's just going to take a little bit to get used to. By the way, can you guys see the lines on the screen or just the thing moving? I don't actually know. I've seen other streamers do it, but let me see. We need to... Got to get that shield out. Right, now this, I believe... Excuse me. Hang on a second. My goodness, sorry. I'm still sick, so yeah, it's unfortunate. Wasn't there a thing here that told me what I needed? I feel like there was a thing here that told me what I needed. Also, did I ever explore down here? I don't believe I did, actually. I think we're gonna head down there real quick and take that over. Don't watch enough streamers tell you stuff is different. Just just you in episode 0 these days. Roger that, my friend. Fair enough. Fair enough. I remember seeing some other streamers do it. Let me see, how high is that? So we need to adjust this just a little bit. Right? Yeah, there we go. I know that you can see it moving, obviously, because it's like an element on the screen. I just didn't know. Maybe I should make them smaller, too. They do feel kind of big, don't they? Stuffing things, right? Stuffing things. All right, let's go. So we're going to be doing a little bit of that in there, exploring. Hopefully that works out a little fairly well. And of course, it's so weird that I can't move that down. Anyway, all right, let's go. All right, now what the hell is over here? Stuffing things. Stuffing things. So I think we're gonna go. I think we're gonna try to kill the big bad today in Caitlin. Yes, I believe we are. There's a few things we can do, and then we're gonna do some Dark Tide a little bit later, which is gonna be awesome. Super duper awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna need to adjust that. Oh, hello. This is it's dark around these parts. It's super dark. Super duper duper. That's a trap. That's totally a trap. Juicy trap. Juicy trap. Oh, it's this place. Okay, so cure poison is up. All right. I don't remember what's down here, but we're going to go find it out. We're going to go find out anyway. We need the big stick, the biggest of all sticks. Oh, what's up, dude? How you doing? Good to see you, bud. Good to see you. Good talk. Good talk. Oh shit! Oh god. Why did I do this? 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 Why? Why? What have you done, Tango? What have you done? And there we go. Yes. I'm aware. I'm aware. Oh, that's right. We've got the frickin' dudes in the back. Yeah. Okay, so let's grab that. Tango forgot about those guys. Is there a way back up? I don't think so. Nope. Okie dokie. It might be one of those things where it might just be a good idea to pop my HP regen for the lulz. You know what I'm saying? Oh, god dang it. Drink. Where is he? Ugh. Shit hurts, man. Alright, we're just gonna deal with the poison at this point. There's no point in curing it over and over again. Okay, now we cure it. There we go. Lovely, lovely. Okay. Oh, straight up staggered me, huh? Dude. It's rough. I'm not even two-handing it. That's the problem. Ugh. Can you tell Tango's out of practice? Can you tell? I sure as hell can. We are poisoned, so let's pop this bad boy. I mean, it was totally worth the bullshit I had to do to get that. Armor ahead, be wary of fruit. Okay. One by one, be wary of up. Ah. 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 Let's just do a regular pull. So we should probably grab some of these bad boys. Some regular old arrows. Okay. Okay, sure, buddy, sure. Yeah. Worth a few arrows. There we go. Lovely. Alrighty. Let's throw a little mana on this one. Let's do a match. Boom! Oh, that's the big bitch, isn't it? Yeah, that's the big bitch. Alright. There we go. Lovely, lovely. Juicy, if you might want to say. You know, that's something Tango might say. Maybe, perhaps. Oh yeah, knee high. Sage hood. Yeah, totally worth bathing in poison for that. Oh yeah. Serpent arrows, lovely, lovely. I like the way you think, sir. I like the way you think. Is that it? Is that really all this room is? Is that all we got? Well, Shanakis. Dude, it's so weird having to look over there to see my text. I keep looking over here, but like, where's my chat at? No, it's right there. It's totally right there. I still could put the chat over there, but I think we'll be all right. But I mainly did this because I'm having like shoulder issues, and I need to like actually rest my my arm on the desk. Whereas before I wasn't able to do that for various reasons. I need to grab another one of these bad boys. So how well can you hear me enough? I mean, it does look like you can, at least as far as my audio stuff says. And the mic is a little bit further away from me, so I might need to turn up the gain a little bit. I don't know how well you can actually hear me over it, though, so. Coming through fine on my end. Lovely. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, baby. Appreciate you. All right, now. Cleanse and Purge. Cleanse and Purge. Be wary of enemies. Thanks, bro. Oh, that double kill. Is that a triple kill? Without even realizing it? Oh, shit. Glad to sensei. Indeed, glory for the big stick energy. May the God Emperor give thee much bonk. Sir, sir, sir. Thank you. What'd this say? Try target lock? You little bastard. Thanks for that, Sensei. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate it. Sorry. Big stick requires bonk. Bonk, bonk. Bonk, 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 bonk. Bonk, bonk. I mean, I really don't care about being poisoned at this point. I can cure it, so. Yuck. I did not mean to do that. Actually, like I forgot I can actually kill these for HP. Which is kind of funny when you think about it. Is there anything else going on up here? You know, I'm almost thinking that maybe I should put this bad boy up here. You know what I mean? That way I can either have this out or the shield. Yeah. Target lock. There's nothing up here. Yeah, it definitely feels better. Yeah. Because, I mean, it's not like I'm really going to be attacking when I cure poison. Beautiful. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Seek lover. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Joker! Greetings and salutations, my friend. How you goes that, buddy? Cheers to you, dude. Tink. So yeah, man, it feels really good to have like redone my entire setup. It's gonna keep changing, so we're gonna have to, you know, keep an eye on it. But so far, I got a good feeling about it. Yeah. How about no? How about no? Nada. Zip. Zilch. Seto. Good? Excellent. Muchos spinix. Spin. Is that how you say it? Pretty sure that's not how you say it. Pretty sure that's not how you say it. Hello, good sir. Yes, yes. Lord and Savior of mankind and all that. The master of mankind calls to you, peasant. What do you do? No labor, greetings and salutations, my dude. How goes it? Yes, the giant hammer nailing game. Yes. Poison grease. Interesting. Enemy ahead. Pathetic sword ahead. All right, we're going to. We're gonna pop this bad boy, and then we are going to. I don't know what's on the other side of this. I guess we're just gonna have to find out, right? I do not have any fire pots. Okay, let's grab some of those. I don't know if it's gonna help or not, but we're gonna do the damn thing. Here we go! Onward! Into the darkness we go! No. Is this a Scarlet Rot, bitch? Oh, man. This is a Scarlet Rot, bitch. Whoa. No, what'd I do? What'd I do? Well, that was certainly interesting. What the hell did I just pick up? I picked up one of these, right? Attack power with successive attacks. That sounds really great. That sounds really awesome. Yeah, what did I do? Did I do something wrong? Why did you give me the veil hammer? Why? Thank you, sir. Very much appreciated. Yeah. I've tied all of my my alerts, with the exception of pure cash donations, to the sound alert system. So We have all kinds of new alerts with new music. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. And is there nothing in here? 3,000 souls for a boss. To be fair, this was basically the dude you were supposed to do right after you killed the freaking guy in Stormvale, so it's not that big of a deal. But for some reason, I thought there was more in here. Like, you know, actual stuff. Know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll take some bud, though. I'll definitely take some bud. Yep. Not gonna not take that. And got a tortoise, otherwise known as a dog. Yep. Don't forget the dogs. But yeah, I forgot how interesting the game becomes when you're like over leveled like a madman. It is a very interesting dynamic. There we go. Slaughter. Yes, the best thing one can do in the morning. Okay. So it looks like that's about it. Yeah, there is some stuff over here that we're gonna go up. We're gonna go up top. It's one of those things, man. I watched a video about a dude who was like, Elden Ring is a very good game. And then people ask him, well, if it's such a good game, why aren't you still playing it like you did with Dark Souls and the other Soulsborne games where, you know, you play through it like 3 or 4 or 5 times, up to 10 times in the case of like, what was it, Dark Souls 3, I think he said. And he hit the nail on the head, especially for me, when he was like, mainly because the other Dark Souls games are essentially this right here. Maybe a little bit of this. Maybe a little bit of this, right? This game is so godforsakenly massive that by the time you get to the end of it, man, like the amount of time investment that you put into it is just ludicrous. And that's how I felt when I got to the end of I got this? No. That's how I felt when I got to the end last time, is that I couldn't be bothered. Like, even to finish the game, because I'd put like 150 hours into it in one playthrough, and I was just like, all right, I'm done. Or was it 90? I think it was 90. Yeah, it just made me feel the, you know what I mean? Which is not necessarily a bad thing, because I thoroughly enjoyed my time with it. If it's like Mass Effect without dialogue, yeah. Oh yeah, there's an item down here. We're gonna kill the troll. Let's kill it. Roar! Hello, buddy. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Like heaps of action, yeah. And it's also one of the issues is that it gets. Oh, that's bull, dude. There we go. Is that it's so big that it really does limit the amount of times you really want to play it, right? Especially if you're a kind of guy like me who is obsessed with seeing everything in the game. Because every other Dark Souls game I played, when I was obsessed with seeing everything in the game, it just meant I spent maybe an extra like 5 or 10 hours playing it over someone who just ran straight through the game, right? Whereas in this one, I spent an extra like 30. Yeah. Because I wanted to like slam my face against every single wall. Oh, the tree spear, okay. If I'm not mistaken, that is a dex-based holy spear, yeah. Yeah, yeah. And we will grab the silver firefly. And I do not believe there is anything down here. not mistaken. Like a whole lot of death is kind of what's down there. I mean, I still got to go to, what is it called? The this nonsensical place, man. I've talked to Blade, but I haven't done anything with it. We can go down here and do this. Made chicken balls, big balls, and fusilli pasta. I have no idea what that is, but I'm sure it's delicious. My wife is the Italian. I am certainly not. Did we defeat the boss here? I don't think we did. I think I got the thing. I think I got the thing in left. Right? We're about to find out. We are about to find out. Those of us who are about to die, salute you. Yeah, I knew he was there. Oh, yes! The dance! The dance of doom. That was really fun, actually. Oh my goodness. Steal your kids away. The hood BBQ good. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough, my friend. Okay, so we did not do this one. Okay, good. What that means is I've got a little bit of an opportunity to oh shit. Wow, I'm glad I was totally paying attention. This is what I need right here. Yeah, I need glove work. But yeah, by the time you get to, you know, the end of the game, I was pretty much done, dude. I was like, I really don't want to fight Millennia. I already fought her ghost bitch sister in Kaled. I didn't want to. Really, this isn't a secret? Okay, I guess not. Oh, this is this one. Oh God, help me, dude. Yeah, pretty much. Not bad. Are you mad? Because I ain't mad. Are you mad? Nah, you be aight. You be aight. You be aight. Yeah, you be aight. Yeah, you be aight. Now we got be wary of trap. Nah. 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 We don't need no trap. Psst. Psst. He's an ambush? Yeah, pretty much. See, I'm trying to be funny, and I'm not actually playing the game. All right. I mean, if that's how you want to be, buddy, that's how you want to be. We can play that game. We can play that game. Yeah, I'm trying to be funny, and it's gonna get me killed. But I mean, at least you will be entertained. Yeah. Are you not? Are you not, sir? Should I drink? I feel like I should drink. Feel like I should drink. Plump sort of head, trap. Let's go ahead and do this. It only takes one per, right? I got plenty. I know plenty of places to grab those butterflies too. He's right there. I can see him. Oh, fudge! There's two of them. That's right. I forgot. Are you ready for this bullshit? Oh, 400. 400, you say? trying to do the shield. But he's still combos, man. All right. There it is. Yeah. How's it feel, bitch? How's it feel? The big stick wins again. One of the, I guess one of the best parts about this is that if I want to like eat the mic, I have to actually bring it closer to my face. If I lean too far in, I'm like leaning over my desk. I guess that's a good thing. Because it means I won't be like doing like sort of kind of maybe. Sort of kind of maybe. Why does it look like I have a faux hawk? Like what the fuck's going on with that? The worst part is that now the thing that I'm watching for my so I can see my face and the stream, so I got something to talk to on the soccer World Cup. I mean, it's soccer. What can I say? I actually quite enjoy soccer. I was like, what the fluff? I mean, it is what it is, man. You know? Red and circus. Red and circus. For a good while, especially while I was in the military, I enjoyed it much more than American football. But honestly, sports just really have never been my thing. I like playing them for fun, you know? But other than that, they really don't hold too much of an interest for me. I can barely watch things that I actually enjoy watching as sports, like StarCraft, like professional StarCraft, and Aussie rugby. Yeah, like I'm just not a big fan of any of that. So, what the hell is in here? Does anybody know? Seek armor. You know, that's great. Let's just see what it is. I can't help myself. I'm certainly not gonna go look it up. Oh shit. Come on, game. Like it wouldn't let me click on it because the thing was in the way. Hit another dude and get hit aside from the whole thing is good for me. Yeah, I mean the one thing I wish that American football would do is they'd get rid of all the Oh, I remember that. I'm pretty much of the opinion that it's one of the biggest reasons why like people get like stuff like Lou Gehrig's and stuff. It wards off the intervention of the greater will and its vassal fingers. Among the Eternal City's ritual implements. Easily broken and weak against striking attacks. Huh. What does it actually do, though? Other than just being weak shit. That's kind of weird. All the HWA. I have no idea what those acronyms are. HWA, the CTA, I have no idea what those are. But basically, yeah, I'm of the opinion, because like the thing about it is that the crazy like head injuries that American football players get, they really didn't get those. Like even like breaking your neck and shit was very, very rare back when they used, you know, like the padded leather helmets. Remove the what for Lou Gehrig stuff? Oh, the padding, the helmets. Like one of the reasons that football players literally throw their bodies at one another is because they have armor on. Chronic traumatic encephalopathy. Yeah. There's a reason I didn't become a doctor. Be wary of right. Wary of right. Up. Really? I missed? Come on now. Oh! Get wrecked. Brain swelling, vein nerve damage, basically. Common in martial arts too. Yes. But in martial arts, the goal of that is to literally strike your opponent, right? I trained martial arts for like 12 years as a child. So yeah, I'm fully aware of that shit. The thing about it, the thing for me though is that you rarely see it in other contact sports that that are, you know, like rugby, for instance, is a good example, where the vast majority of players don't really have those kind of things because they literally don't throw their heads at other players and collide mid thing. Because that's really what it, and it's in boxing too, yeah. Because that's really what it is. It's about repeated blows to the head, where your actual skull is protected, but the brain bounces around in there like Jello, and that's what ends up causing the bruising of the brain, causing the traumatic injuries. Right? As far that's how I understand it anyway. I mean, I obviously could be wrong. I am a nuclear engineer, not a freaking doctor, so I have no idea. I would rather work on regular robots, not meat robots. Let's just put it like that. So. Just so we're clear. Just so we're clear. Bloody. Bloody. Okay. You asked for it. I mean, I guess you're not supposed to see them or something. I don't see how you don't see them. The brain rattle is stupid fun though. Well, yeah. I mean, I've gotten socked in the face like so freaking hard. I see stars, man. I mean, it's fun. It's just not good to do that over the course of like a decade, right? That's happening. Oh, I forgot I have crystal daggers. We're gonna try that. It's gonna be fun. Still no lover. Well, I mean, you know, do what you gotta do. Getting punched is real funsies until you see something got left behind. Yeah. I've been knocked stupid. Like I've definitely been knocked stupid. I was a much younger man when that happened. And it's, you know, sparring tournaments. I won the Battle of Atlanta in 1990. Was it 5 or 6? 1995, 1996, something like that. The martial arts tournament in Atlanta for all. I think it's all Japanese martial arts. That's what the Battle of Atlanta was. I don't believe there was kung fu and Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I think it's all just Japanese martial arts. Were you raised in Georgia? No, Tennessee. I went to a school known as David Deaton Karate Studios, and I joined the competition team where, because you know, the students who were more gifted at actually like fighting rather than just you know, doing the forms and stuff, because we had people went to their own tournaments. You know, David Deaton hosted his tournaments because he had 3 different schools. I know Atlanta is in Georgia. I'm well aware. But I mean, you don't have to be from a state to be in a tournament down there. It's like a 6.5 hour drive, I think. But anyway, David Eaton held tournaments for the different schools that he had, but we also participated in national tournaments. And at the time that I was attending, he wanted to actually have like a national competitive team in the teenage age group. So there were like 3 boys, 2 girls, between the ages of, I think it was 14 and 17. You went to Georgia? Hell yeah, I went to Georgia for it. Me and my friend, my best friend that was in martial arts at the time, we both won 1st and 2nd place. Yep. He got crushed, dude. I was a big ass kid, man, and he got crushed, dude. Like it's a lot like the Game of Thrones fight between the Mountain and the Dornbro, you know, except it didn't end so gruesomely. But and that's the thing, is like big dudes are fast too. Like it's not like big dudes are slow, right? That's not how that works. That's not how that works at all. They're just slower. That's the thing. And he was a lot quicker than me. And when you're fighting in normal tournaments as a child, the tournaments are point-based. So as soon as you score a hit, then the referee like literally will jump in front of the both of you and tell you to stop fighting, and then will award points to one or the other. In the Battle of Atlanta, because we were both 16 and over, we actually were able to participate in the Junior Adult League, which is basically between 16 and 18, and it's just like the adult fighting, except there's no weight class because you're of a certain age, right? And so me and him got to fight, like actually fight. The only thing we had on were hand and feet pads. No helmets, no chest guards, no nothing. And we beat the living out of each other, dude. I had a black eye, bloody nose. I think I chipped one of his teeth. I broke a rib. I broke one of his floating ribs, dude. It was such a good tournament, man. It was so fun. It was so much fun. big make up speed with Swarm. Yeah, that's the thing and that's the problem is that he was able to hit me a lot. He was actually able to hit me a lot, but it didn't do anything to me, right? He smacked me in the face and I just grinned at him. He'd punch me in the chest and I wouldn't even move. And then I'd swing at him and he'd dodge and do all this other stuff. But as soon as I laid my hand on him, yeah, that's how I chipped his tooth. I grazed his face and it sent him flying out of the ring. It was pretty great, man. Yeah, that's some good memories right there, dude. That was some good memories. But the Battle of Atlanta was pretty awesome. And it was all Japanese martial arts. So I took Wado-ryu Karate-do, which is basically Wado-ryu. You know, it sounds so retarded when you say it, but that's because I'm an American trying to speak Japanese and doing it absolutely horribly. But anyway, it's basically fighting without weapons. I mean, I did learn how to use certain weapons like I don't know where to go. I did learn how to use certain weapons like a bow staff. Basically, it was invented in like the 50s, in response to land pirates. Did you take up boxing in the Navy? No, they wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me take up any physical sport in the Navy like that, because I was a nuke and I was valuable, and my head was the most valuable part. So they said no. Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. That actually like messed my brain up there. I think I have to drop down to where I killed that dude with the whatchamacallits, right? Yeah, I think so. Right, nothing here. Okay. Navy, yeah. Navy is known for that kind of thing, and they you know, I could play most any non-contact sport, like soccer, baseball, any of that stuff if I wanted to. And we had leagues and stuff, but they wouldn't let me do boxing. To do physical combat sports, you had to put in like a chit and ask for permission because you're in the military. You know, that's just the way it is. And because of that, I was unable to. And yeah, they wouldn't let me know. Just like when I volunteered to go to Iraq to build power plants for the disenfranchised Iraqis, they said no. Because, and I quote, "We spent way too much money to ensure that you're not an idiot, so no, you can't go." Woo! Big stick, baby, big stick. Once sold the plants for parts within a week. Yeah, it's not really like that. It's not really like that. But yeah, I volunteered because, I mean, I joined the military for such things, and I'm not going to shy away from that kind of stuff. So I volunteered, and like I said, they said no. Not only that, it would, you know, obviously it looks good for promotion when you volunteer to go into combat zones. And I thought I wanted to make a career out of the Navy. Oh boy, how wrong I was. How wrong I was. Woo. So naive. So naive. I see 3 dots. I wonder where that trigger is. Is it there? Hello, buddy. Does that work out for you, bud? Does that work for you? Good. Sustainable nuclear power company. No, not a nuclear power plant, a regular power plant. Like, that's the thing that a lot of people, maybe you don't know this, but because I'm a nuke, and because my specialty is in nuclear power, and not like nuclear weapons and stuff like that, it's easily translatable to conventional power generation. Because the only true difference is the hot rock. Yeah, coal, solar, and not solar as in photovoltaic cells, solar as in giant mirrored platform that absorbs sunlight, focusing it into a singular point where you heat like a vat of oil kind of deal. Yeah. Those are actually like 100 times more efficient than photovoltaic cells. Like, I actually can't believe there are solar power plants made by corporations that use photovoltaic cells. Like, I am amazed that anyone would ever think that was not retarded. Because it's retarded. I mean, it's good PR, I guess, but it's pretty stupid. In most cases. Like, you literally have to be out in like the Mojave Desert kind of deal. And even then, it would be better to use mirrors to focus it into a pinnacle, and have that pinnacle focus that light down into a power plant where you can use that focused sunlight to heat oil. You use oil rather than water because it has a higher specific heat, which means it absorbs more heat for less liquid kind of deal. Or it can absorb more calories and heat than water can. And not only that, the oil doesn't boil like water does, and you don't have to put it under extremely high pressures to do the same thing. And so you use that oil, and then you use a steam generator. You heat up the oil, and then you send that oil to a steam generator, where that steam generator boils water. That boiled water becomes steam. The steam is then used to turn steam turbines, and then those steam turbines produce electricity. And then you recycle the water, putting it back into the thing, recondense it, and that's basically the cycle. And that's exactly how a nuclear power plant works, except instead of using the sun, instead of using mirrors to focus sunlight into a singular point to heat up a vat of oil, you're using a giant rock that is made, well, not a giant rock, but it's essentially it's a giant rock of nuclear material that is so freaking hot that it can make water and or whatever moderator or whatever chemical you use to absorb the heat from the reactor. It can use that chemical as you can use that chemical as a fluid so that you can move that heat from the hot rock to a steam generator to heat more water. So a nuclear reactor is simply a very hot rock. You run water over it, heat up that water. That water is then used in a steam generator, where it uses another vat of water to turn into steam and power steam turbines. That is essentially what it is. Molten salt is the most common thing I've seen for those mirror array. Yeah, molten salt's a good one too. Retains a ton of heat for a long time, so double. Yeah, yes, you are absolutely correct. And so if you have a quadruple, quintuple backup system, you can literally store massive amounts of energy for days, weeks, sometimes, depending on the setup that you got. So yeah, it's one of those deals where it's a game changer, man. And you combine that with like shaft batteries, mine shaft batteries, and pumping water uphill kind of shit, using water turbines. Like, there's all kinds of ingenious ways you can use nuclear power to essentially power your entire civilization, and it not be a bad thing. So yeah, it's easily translatable. Being a nuclear power mechanic, that's the big thing. Like a nuclear power electrician or a nuclear power mechanic can be easily transferred to a conventional power plant, because with the exception of the energy source, almost everything else is exactly the same. Because it's all the same principles. Oh shit! It's a giant heat engine. It's a giant heat engine that you simply use to make electricity. I mean, on the boat we used it for electricity and forward momentum. So there's a lot of stuff you can use it for. A lot of stuff you can use it for. Let's go ahead and pop this. how simply the energy conversation is. Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably never gonna really get into the nuclear power stuff because while you can find literally everything on the internet, the problem is that I was put under, you know, confidential agreements and all that other nonsense to not divulge that information, and so I'm just gonna not, you know what I'm saying? And how all the gadgets work, we just found cooler ways of making steam. Yep. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And it's also very steampunk in the fact, and most people don't think about this, but it's also steampunk in the fact that there is a very small portion of human civilization that knows how shit works, and nobody knows how everything works. So if everyone who knew how power generation worked died, that'd be the end of civilization. If everyone who knew how smartphones worked died, that'd be a huge blow to civilization. We'd go on, obviously, but it's the same with like farming or stuff like that. Like that shit is hard to figure out, and even if you're technically minded, just having manuals and shit isn't really going to help you. Specialized to hell and back. Yeah, and the thing about it is that's one of the reasons why I dislike a lot of the specialization in sciences is because it blinds the scientists to other things. Like the reason that one of the biggest reasons that a lot of mainstream science laughs at and or ignores stuff like the electric sun or the electric universe model or plasma physics in a lot of ways is because it comes to conclusions that contradict things like geology. And because geologists don't understand astrophysics and astrophysicists don't understand geology, when they come up with a concept that kind of flies in the face of it, but may prove modern conceptualization wrong, they simply ignore it because it's outside of their specialization wheelhouse, right? And because one of the things that the electric universe says is that planetary bodies must interact with one another electrically, and that means giant freaking thunderbolts, is what basically excavated the surface of Mars. Like the entire northern hemisphere of Mars is excavated by it's like a mile worth of material, and it's all like most of it has been distributed on the southern hemisphere, and they're like, what the hell? How did this happen? Like none of the geological mechanisms that we know of, and that we put forth as theories about how geological processes work for that scenario, with the exception of the electric universe. But they scoff at the electric universe outright because geologists say that can't possibly be the way it works, right? Even though there's so many formations on the planet Earth, including a lot of our rivers and tributaries that look like lightning bolts. They literally look like lightning bolts on the ground. So, but it must be erosion. It's always erosion. There is no other mechanism other than erosion. So shut your mouth, dirty pleb. I'll write saucy news about guys hired to punch each other down. What resume of a spacefarer say 80 years from now would look like? Probably a lot like mine, honestly. Okay. So he has no one else to attack, so I guess he doesn't do anything. Oh, that hurt. That hurt. That worked. Oh! Dude, how do I get out of that? Run away? Oh my god! Hey, we did it! We did it! We did it! But I mean, it's funny because that is definitely something that I would totally be down for. Even though I have a family. If it wasn't like a one-way trip to Mars by myself, stuff like that, Like if it was the chance to work in orbit, or you know, build on mill cylinders, or go to the moon and work and stuff like that, I would totally do it. Like hands down, no contest, absolutely, 100%. Can't stop, won't stop, never stop. You know what I'm saying? Alrighty, so what is that? There is something there, isn't there? What is it, I wonder? Nuclear power know-how, piloting, and star nav, knowledge of electric tech, including stellar craft repair, basic extrasolar planet biota. Well, the thing about the extrasolar planet biota is that we have no idea. So far as is evidenced by our so far in evidence, there is no such thing as extrasolar biota. Is that what was on my map? No. Didn't I already kill this guy too? It's up there. Pretty sure I killed this guy. Yeah, I don't see the thing. Do a lot with the zeal to exploring good coffee. Yeah, man. Did I come back and do this? I may have come back and already done this. Huh. Anyway. Let's see. Yeah, we could go there. Church of Vows. Isn't there a mausoleum up there? By the way, don't I have a soul? Don't I have somebody's soul? Yeah, look at there. There it is. Should I eat her soul? That's the question. Pretty sure the answer to that is yes. Yes, I should. That might be a good idea. That might be a good idea. Before we do any of that nonsense, let's try. I wonder if did I defeat that Erd dude? Let's find out. It's a question of when, not if. Alien life in the cosmos? Not necessarily. Yes, that is. If you assume that there is alien life because of the probability aspect of it, I'm not going to fault you for that, because that is, yeah, that's pretty good. But that doesn't make it true, right? That's the problem. Is that it doesn't make it true. It just makes it probable. Like, things that are highly improbable are that you would turn into a pink cupcake right at this moment in time. It's highly improbable that such a thing would be true. However, it could, based on the laws of the universe as we know them, happen, right? You know what? I think we need to. I think I need to adjust this. It's a bit large. So do that. And I think I might adjust the other two as well. Let's go bing, bing. And forgive me for doing this. Did I not unhook the thing? I did not. But it's starting to bother me. It definitely feels like it's a little bit too big. You know what I mean? Can y'all still read that? Y'all still read that? Should be able to. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That's pretty good. Just play devil's advocate. How would you justify saying human life is the only in the cosmos? I wouldn't. There is no justification for that. It just doesn't make it true that there is it's a foregone conclusion that there is. It's just highly probable, based on how we know the universe works, that there is actually some type of alien life out there that did not evolve on Earth or as part of the Terran biome. Excuse me, as it evolved from Terran biogenesis. That's the way to say that. You see what I'm saying? Like yes, it is highly likely that
Alien life exists because we exist. Therefore, we know life can. We know that there has been a biogenesis. It was the Terran biogenesis. But that does not mean that there is another biogenesis that has happened elsewhere. If you get what I'm saying. So it's probable that it's the case, but that doesn't make it true. Just because something is probable doesn't mean it has happened, or that it will happen, ever. According to the same probability, if there exists an alien life a long way, we'll find it, especially given the size of the galaxy, how room. And then, yeah. You're not wrong in the fact that that there could be alien life, and we just may never know it because of the limited ability for us to discover it. Because if FTL is not actually a thing, which unfortunately the nerd in me is like all giddy about the thought of FTL, but unfortunately the scientist within me is a lot more like, yeah, it's probably not going to be the case. God damn it, my phone vibrating and shit. Oh, dude, they're everywhere. Holy crap. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I mean, if you want me to slam you in the face, please tell me to do so. Ugh. Like, these guys are no joke, man. He hits me, but me not him. Yes. But anyway, yeah. So as far as like justifying why I say there is not any, I don't. And not only that, we know there's more than human life in the galaxy. Earth has like magnificent amounts of life. I know that's not what you mean, but the problem is, what I will say, Sensei, is that it's better to be more specific, if you get what I'm saying. That's the only thing I'm going to say about that, because I know you didn't mean it that way, because that would be retarded. Like, it would legitimately be stupid. And you're not stupid. I'm not going to assume that. Excuse me. It's my understanding nitrogen is the next easiest carbon for fostering nuclear life. I don't know. That's what is speculated. Again, that's the thing, is that we won't know, right? It's just like the whole, is it possible that there's silicon life? Sure. Is it? But we don't know, and that's the problem, is that we don't know. We know it's theoretically possible. That doesn't mean it's actually going to be able to manifest, if you know what I'm saying. So. 500. I ain't afraid, boys. I ain't afraid. Because he does dumb shit like that. So I ain't afraid of that. Is that Scarlet Rot? Oh my god, it is. Holy shit. Game. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. Oh god. Think we need a bigger stick? Yeah. Maybe if I just set my stick on fire, it might help. Only need to hit him a couple times. There it is. Woo! Cheese for the win, boys! I prefer pepper jack. Prefer pepper jack myself. That's why Titan and Geno are popular choices for searching for microbial life. I would agree. There is a very good chance that that will be the case as far as looking for extraterrestrial life. I agree. But again, it doesn't mean that it's gonna. It's just like Europa is a good place because it's a because it's filled with water, right? But that doesn't make it. That doesn't make it guaranteed that there's gonna be life. Right? It's just we think there's a good chance because X, Y, and Z, right? Probabilities are not guarantees. I think that's a problem that a lot of people have dealing with, is that probabilities are not guaranteed. Okay, what next? Where we go next? More vigor, more strength. I think faith is good at 12. Do I need 14 for anything? Let me see. It's 25, 27, 28. I'm certainly not getting enough of that. Oh, damn. 41 faith. Yeah, I'm not getting that shit. Heals HP over a period of time. I'm going to grab that. Arcane. I need 10 arcane for that. Blood Flame. How good is Blood Flame? I wonder. In science is mostly probability. Sure. Depends on what you mean by that specifically. Because you can, I mean, you can kind of say that, but it's sure. That's the problem. Science is not a thing. It's a method, right? It's not an actual tangible thing you can hold in your hand and be like, this is science. You can't. There's nothing like that. It's a method of discerning what could and potentially be true, right? Which is why science is put aside for the abolition of faith. Is that what you're trying to say? Yeah, I do not like science, and unfortunately, the vast majority of the public, who are many of whom are still are actually religious, still devolve into this like scientism nonsense where, you know, science says it must be true when what they actually mean is a scientist said it and therefore it's true, because that's what they mean, right? Because if it's science, then you can question it, because that's what you should be doing. If it's not science, then you can't question it. Or if you can't question it, then it's not science. What the hell are those things? Okay. Ablution? How do you say that? Ablution. Damn, fire does really good against this guy. I'm all gathered up. Thing is that you can never be fully certain that what science has discovered is correct. You can never be certain. And we know this, we actually know that for a fact, because there are many things that are considered constants or, you know, laws in science that are not, that if you were to actually investigate all the way down to the very bottom of nature, we know that they're not inherently true. Which is why so many people are looking for the, you know, theory of everything kind of deal. And yeah, we can clear Scarlet Rot. So, And that is why I didn't just walk in here. Fire bombs. Fire bombs. I didn't level up. That's bad. Why did I not level up? Oh, that's right, I didn't pick anything. But yeah, so you can never be truly certain about anything. I mean, just like, you know, it was common knowledge that 50 years ago that Venus was a tropical paradise. It was a tropical planet that had life on it, and that it was because of the thick atmosphere, so it was very warm. Yeah. This was known. It was known. Just like 100 years ago, there were canals on Mars, so therefore there must be Martians, right? Like, this was something that the public at large knew was a thing. So, it's kind of like the whole idea that the public would freak out if they found out that there's life outside of Earth is kind of not true, in my opinion, because there have been several times throughout history that the mass majority of humans were under the impression that there was life outside of Earth, and it didn't cause extreme freakage, right? So. And, I mean, it's just like, and there's another thing where it's like, did Mars used to be like Earth? And the answer is, well, according to science, statistics, yes. That doesn't make it true. There is evidence to support that claim, but again, that doesn't make it true. There's evidence to support many things that are not true. Right? Just like the whole, there is evidence that the solar system is much, much, much younger than the billions of years that the vast majority of planetary scientists say it is. But that doesn't mean that young Earth creationism is true. I thought these bastards were supposed to go crazy when you hit them with those. Oh, you got him with more than one. Okay. What is going on? Is he taking damage? Is it just a dot? Like, what the hell is that? Liar ahead? Okay. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of the reasons, it's one of the reasons why things like the electric universe intrigue me so much. That doesn't mean the electric universe theory is correct, but it does bring to doubt a lot of the things that are in the mainstream of science. And it's because they ad hoc these questions and they don't actually like them. I'm not really sure what it's doing. I'm really not sure. I am very confused by this. Very confused. And I think the biggest reason why it is this way is because science education is pushed a lot in schools for people to be taught about science. The unfortunate problem is that even when science education is pushed hard, children are not taught about science. They're taught facts that may or may not be true that scientists say are true. That's what they're taught. That's what I was taught in school, right? I wasn't taught that. I was taught in school that the atom has like a hydrogen atom, for instance, is a proton and a neutron, and that there's a proton in the nucleus, and then there's an electron that orbits that nucleus like a planet orbits a star, or a moon orbits a planet. And that is absolutely 100% not true. And that hasn't been true for like almost 100 years that science says that is what's going on. And yet that's what I was taught as a child in the late 90s, right? And even then, we knew that wasn't true. But that's what I was taught, right? And that was science. That was science. And it wasn't until I started taking AP classes and stuff that let me just rephrase. I am a science nerd, so I'm the kid who found that out and was like, oh, that's awesome. And then I actually started to do research. And then, so I had to bring it up in class about why the book was wrong. And the teacher just basically told me to shut up. Did they defend their position? No. What did they do? They told me to shut up. How's the atom then? Basically how it works is that there is a cloud of probability that the electron exists in, and so you can never truly know what position it's in or how it orbits the atom. You can either know its location or you can know its velocity. You can't know both because of certain proclivities about how quantum mechanics work. It's called the Niels Bohr model, I think. And had the same-ish thing taught to me. Atomic theory is taught, yes, way outmoded. Like most things are taught in a way outmoded way, like 50 years behind. Like it's insane. And so people grow up with these concepts about, and the reason is because it's not, and the problem is not that they're taught these things. The problem is they're taught not to can question them. Like I learned all these facts about science in science class years before I actually learned what science actually was and what it meant. That's a problem. That is half the problem of science education, is that they don't actually teach you what science is. They don't show you how science works and why you do those things. I didn't learn about actually how science truly works until I was in high school. And it was because I just didn't have access to any of that stuff, right? So I was basically memorizing facts for, a long time. A long time. Yeah. And chemistry is usually the first thing that people come across where you actually learn about what science actually is and how it works, because you can actually do in-lab experiments. I am missing something. And I'm pretty sure I know what it is. Maybe not. But yeah, like I said, too many kids are taught facts about science. Like the solar model is another good example that most people have no clue it would ever be wrong, but it's absolutely wrong. And even the people who made the model and say it's true know it's wrong, and they say it's wrong. It absolutely is wrong. There's no way it could be true. And the main reason that is because it defies the laws of freaking thermodynamics. But having a shitty model is better than having no model, which is absolutely true. Right? What the hell am I missing here? How do I get to the other side? Where a bunch of textbooks and fact sheets? Yep. And that's the thing, is that physics is another really great science that you can use to teach kids about actually how science works. Because there's so many experiments you can do with gravity and springs and all kinds of other things to show basic principles, and you can use those things to make them prove gravity exists. I had to prove gravity exists in the 9th grade. It was a great lesson in how science works. Absolutely magnificent. I had to prove gravity. Top kick. Was the egg drop? Yeah. Okay. How the hell do I get up there? Figure out how to make a parachute out of toothpicks and strings. What?
says what? What does it say? Try lift. That's oh, that's right. Okay, thank you. I was like, man, I know there's something I'm missing here. You send the lift back up and you. Why would they disqualify you for doing that? That's called thinking outside of the box. Oh yeah, that's right. They don't actually want you to think. Because if they did, they would teach you how science works rather than all about the science facts. Yeah. Because of course, right? Like I said, it's one of those things that it took me a long time to realize that that's what was going on. And once I did, I was pretty much, yeah, done with all that. I do not care about killing those things. Not in the least bit. Hey! Found it. What does it say? Group ahead, therefore track crystal. Hey, look at that. About the effect of gravity, we skipped ahead to aerodynamics. But that's just another proof of gravity. Right? Because it's why a hammer and a feather fall at the same rate on the moon, but not on Earth. Is because air drag affects gravity. Well, air drag doesn't affect gravity. Objects within a gas/liquid are affected by that gas/liquid, and it will mitigate the effects of gravity on that object. So, to be specific, if you wanna do that. Okay, I don't know how this is gonna go down. We're just gonna make it happen, yeah? I got 20 of these bad boys, let's go. It totally fucks. That's juicy. That is freaking juicy. That's really cool, man. That's really cool. Okay. I basically came down here to get some grave wart and stuff. So yeah, we've done our due diligence. Let us go, sirs. Let us go. I completely forgot this thing was even back here, man. Completely forgot this thing was even back here. Freaking Kaled, dude. Frickin' Kaled. It's totally not worth it, is it? It's totally not worth it. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Another pot. Hell yeah, that's 10. Woo! Yay! But yeah, it's a lot of stuff like that, and it's just like the whole... Like, and there's so many things, especially with like electricity and how just any number of things work in day-to-day life. Most people, you know, and it's so frustrating because, especially with politics, dude. Like, just don't even, like, I can't even really get started on all that. It's just very frustrating to see people who are like, oh, you know, frickin' science this, science that, blah, 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 blah. And they're literally like half the fucking problem. Because one of the reasons that people doubt science is because of religion. Another reason people doubt science is because of idiots who say that science is true and then don't understand how science works and then go spouting off bullshit that they don't understand, thinking that it's true because some dude in a lab coat told them it was true. It is absolutely so goddamn frustrating.
to talk to people like that. Because one of the problems is that you could completely agree with them. Just like with my views on climate change. Like I agree that it's a problem. I do. But if I talk to someone who is a zealot, it doesn't matter. Because I'll disagree with them on something, and then they'll call me a denier. And I'm a science denier and all this other bullshit. I'm just like, all right, well, that's fucking worthless to talk to. Too many people miss the point of Mythbusters. Oh, dude, Mythbusters was the shnikes, man. That show was so freaking good. And the main reason is because, and you're right, people miss, like, literally watching people every freaking day, you know, once a week, actually do scientific experiments, multiple in an episode, and they still don't understand that even though you know physics is true and that gravity works, it's still a good idea
to fucking test it.
Queen married a god, but after the Elder Grim.
I mean, how many times did Adam and Jamie literally say something along the lines of, we know that, you know, physics says that this is supposed to be this and that this is supposed to do this, and, you know, the equations are all working out, but for some reason we're getting some weird things and we need to keep testing it. How many times did that happen? Like, it was at least every other episode or every few episodes they would come up with a thing that's just like, that just doesn't make sense, and it was because of some variable that they didn't take into account that was affecting their experiment that they didn't realize, right? And it didn't mean that physics was broke or that science wasn't real. What it meant is that their experiment didn't take into account this very specific thing that was altering the way the experiment turned out. And it was such an amazing thing to see these two intelligent individuals literally go through the science, man. Like, I absolutely love that show. Like, they need more stuff like that. What is this? Staff, 60 intelligence. Yeah, how about no? How about no? How about no?
Now go forth.
Go forth. Yes, yes. Praise the booty. Praise the booty. But yeah, you're right. They definitely did miss the point of Mythbusters, which was to question everything. Like. Adam was literally like, I reject your reality and replace it with my own. It's like, come on, man. Come on. What the hell was I doing? Oh, we're gonna eat what's-her-face's soul. That's right. Eat it. Eat it. Nom 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 nom. 20K, baby. Yes. Glorious. But yeah, man, like, some of my favorite episodes were episodes where crazy shit happened that they didn't even think would happen. You know, the frickin' the water heater episode. A lot of the gun episodes were other good ones, you know? Like when they were trying to shoot into water and they found out that most high-powered firearms cannot shoot into water. So if you are being chased by dudes with AK-47s and high-velocity rifles, jumping into water is actually a pretty good idea. And it will actually save you. Because it'll basically act like armor, essentially, because they won't be able to pin the water, which is actually kind of crazy when you think about it. But low velocity 4 feet will stop anything smaller than a tank shell. Yeah. But that's the thing, is that even a tank shell can only pin so much water. Literally, firing a tank shell will kill you because of the pressure wave, not because of the bullet, right? Or not the shell, excuse me. But like, you know, high-powered sniper rifles, M16s, AK-47s, all that stuff, man, after about a foot, it shreds the bullets. And after about 2 or 3 feet, they lose the vast majority of their energy, so that even if they do hit you, they're probably not even going to pierce your skin. They might rip your clothes and stuff like that. And it was only stuff like the buckshot from a shotgun, or the like a 9mm or subsonic ammo from a like a MP5 or something like that would actually be extremely dangerous. So if you knew you were going to have to shoot into water, using subsonic ammo, using smaller caliber bullets and things like that was absolutely the thing you would want to do if you'd want to kill somebody who is hiding in water. Which is crazy, right? All right, stand by. I need to look at something here.
Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay, sweet. Just some bullshit. Anyway, so we got 5K left. Lovely. Let's head out. Yeah, and it's just experiments like that that really go to show you, like, this is how science works. And people still ignored it. People still ignore it to today. Especially when they talk about things like climate change. It's like, oh my god, dude, like, it's not... like, you can't prove climate change, right? You can't prove catastrophic anthropogenic global warming. You cannot prove that. You can supply evidence that greatly infers that such a thing is happening, but you can't prove it. And the reason is because you can't perform experiments that do so. It's just like most of the stuff in cosmology, astronomy, and astrophysics. You can't actually prove any of these things because we can't actually conduct experiments in a lab setting where you can control all the variables, or at least the vast majority of them, to do so, right? Which is one of the reasons why I love the Sapphire Project, is because they are attempting to bring astrophysics back into the lab and do actual experimentation under those conditions where you can control all the variables to see if the electric sun model and the plasma physics model actually are viable models to understand how the universe works. And so far, they're doing a damn good job, as far as I can tell, anyway. And I mean, to be fair, you know, I'm not that well versed in all of this to be like, oh yeah, of course it's true. No, that's not how that works. It's like what they're doing is they're showing their work, and they're doing good experiments, and they're showing that like basically they've essentially proven, as far as I'm concerned, they've shown enough evidence that the model of comets where they're dirty snowballs is bullshit. They've shown enough evidence of that, and they've done so by basically creating an electrode that functions much like the sun, and taking a rock, an object that is made of essentially rock, porous rock, and using it to orbit that electrode, and showing it having comet-like properties where it has a giant freaking tail, and it always faces away from the sun, and once you get it out to a certain point, it stops. When you bring it closer, it starts up. That it can explode at extreme ranges due to electrical interference. Like, there's all kind of phenomena that the dirty snowball model of comets do not explain in the least bit, that are just that nobody brings that shit up when they talk about comets being dirty snowballs. They don't bring it up because it's evidence to the contrary that the model that the vast majority of shit like NASA uses is true. But luckily, the people at NASA aren't actually stupid. It's just the people that put out press releases and stuff. They have to maintain their mainstream nonsense because reasons that we won't get into, normally due to politics and government and stuff like that. So, you know, more power to them, I guess, is the best way I can put it. Because there are a lot of people at NASA that are like, oh, yeah, that's, you know, yeah, totally. Mm-hmm. Just like with the model of the sun, they're like, oh, yeah, that doesn't work at all. No. But having that model is better than no model, right? So, you know, we got to do something. You can't just be stupid and ignorant. You got to have some models to work with the universe. You know what I'm saying? So I don't fault them at all for that. They're not. There are people who will go so far as to call NASA, you know, like they're stupid or they don't know what they're talking about or any of this. No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works at all. No, they are very smart and they know exactly what they're talking about. Some of them just are following evidence that in my opinion is sending them in the wrong direction, but they are far more educated in this than me, and so I don't really want to criticize them because of that, because they are smart. They are smart, if not smarter than I am, and I am not going to be that guy. That is not, you know, I'm not that guy. The IS is very big and hard to handle for experiments for. Economics is the same problem. You can gather evidence and hypothesize, but testing working theory is not. It's just not feasible. You are absolutely correct. Oh shit. Oh shit. No. Dogs, get out of here. Nope. I don't want none of that. I don't want none of that shit. No. I don't want none of it. Nada. Zip. Zilch. Seto. But yeah, like I was saying, the whole commentary, dogs are the real hardest boss in Elden Ring. Yeah, Zach. You're not wrong, buddy. You're not wrong. They are a pain in the butthole.
But yeah, like I said, as far as I'm concerned, I'm convinced that the model of the dirty snowball comet is just bunk, as far as I'm concerned. And the main reason is because of all the things that I just listed, where like comets that are nowhere near, like, all right, so if you have a giant snowball, right, that's what they say is the tail, right? It's off gassing of the ice, and that makes up the comet. And so the problem with that is there have been comets that have exploded out past Jupiter, where the sunlight is not enough. It does not give enough energy to such a small body to cause it to off gas or explode in that way. Now, there could be other things that are going on. This is absolutely 100% true. But they've also had comets that have gotten way too close to the sun, that they're so small, and they've gotten way too close to the sun, that if they were made of gas, even if they're a dirty snowball where it's half rock, half ice, the comet should not have survived going inside the corona of the sun, which is like 15 million degrees on the inside of that thing. All right? The upper atmosphere of the sun, if you will. We're in like the outer atmosphere, the rest of the solar system. The heliosphere is what it's called. I can't remember. I thought it might be a heliopause. And so and this happens a lot. This happens a lot where comets, oh shit, I forgot about those guys, will survive trajectories that no ball of ice should ever be able to do. And so there's definitely something going on that we do not understand. And so the whole ice thing is just, as far as I'm concerned, it's basically bunk at this point. Like I still don't see how people could actually, still believe that that's the case with all the countervailing evidence that it is incorrect. You know what I mean? But people are gonna be. So I can't fault them too much, because it is what it is. It's hard to shift paradigms. And I mean, if I had learned about this like stuff, 20 years ago when I was a younger man, I probably wouldn't have believed it either, regardless of the evidence that I saw. So, but especially once you understand that you can have, because like one of the biggest reasons why they think they're giant balls of ice is because we have found water particles and water coming off in the coma. Which they've gotten with satellites like Stardust and stuff like that, where they've actually found water. But you know what else they found? They found chemicals and or minerals that can only be formed in 5,000 degree temperatures. So what the hell is a comet doing if it was formed at the beginning of the solar system? Right, it's billions of years old and it's been sitting out in the edge of the solar system. Now it's entirely possible that at the beginning of the solar system, the creation of the comet is where this stuff came from. It's entirely possible. But it's not very likely considering how much it degrades, right? Basically what I'm saying is that it wouldn't have lasted for billions of years in the ice cold of space. A billion? Maybe. But billions? I don't know. As far as I understand how that process works, I do not believe so. And so you have stuff like that, where it's like, and not only that, there is a, we know, what is that? We know that there is an electrochemical process where you can create water from other compounds when you add electricity. Like everybody knows that. Well, a lot of people know that. And so we know that as far as Earth creates I can't remember the exact number, but it is in the tens or hundreds of tons of water every day from starlight or from sunlight. Yeah. It interacts with the atmosphere, and that sunlight goes through. It interacts with the atmosphere and literally creates little water droplets in our atmosphere that rain down upon the Earth. That is a thing. It totally happens. And we've known about it for 50 years or so. What are you doing up here? Oh! doggo. Sit down. Bad boy. Bad boy. Tis the thing. Yeah, so there's just a lot of stuff like that. And I bring up the electric comet thing because it's the one that bothers me the most. Because I've actually had people, even in this chat, who used to watch me. I haven't seen them in a while, probably because of this, that were debating me about the science behind this, and I'm like, literally, like, look at all the pictures of comets that we've ever taken. Not a single one of them do you see ice or snow or any type of stuff like that. They're all made of rock. They're all made of rock. There is no ice. And it's just like, okay. And it's, you see like planetary features on freaking some of these things where they've got like dunes and mountains and valleys and whatnot. Okay. I was not expecting that. Dude, I was looking at the wrong dog. Boom! Ow! There we go. It's like I really don't think there's a point in fighting those things, right? There's nothing out here that would benefit me from doing that other than the lulls, I guess. Come here, buddy. No. Flame Cam, what's up, buddy? No, Zach stuff. It's not my first playthrough. It's my second. I mean, it's definitely a lot of freaking souls for what it is, I guess. Well, greetings and salutations, Flame Cam. How goes it, buddy? How goes it? Here we are. Okay. Explosive bolts, those sound fun. Ruins, interesting. I'll see them on the map, though. I'm legitimately thinking about just running to the boss. I'm not gonna lie. What do we got? Besides being sick, okay, I guess. Yeah, man, I feel you, dude. I totally feel that. Whip o' flame. Is there an item here? There we go. Well, I really didn't need to do that. It is what it is, baby. Boom. Yeah. Quick strike. Skippity-bee-bop. Good news. I'm not going to apologize. Why would I do that? Now, there is a statue of Maleka over there, so I'm assuming there might be a nighttime boss over here somewhere. Is that right? Is that right? Well. That is very interesting. Colossal sword. What's the C strength? 31, 12 dex? Yeah, that works. So I could definitely wield the damn thing. It weighs more than my hammer, which is kind of hilarious. Right? Okay. Probably got a longer range than the, what you call it? Ugh, I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Oh well. Oh well. No use in crying over spilled milk. Yes, yes, yes. Is there not an item on the ground over here? Apparently not. I swear there was an item right there. Did I pick it up and miss that? No? This map is so nasty. Yeah, I really don't see the point in fighting all the dogs. I mean, it's good souls, I guess. Yeah, I need to go grab some coffee and put in another one of those thingamajiggers. All right, boys. I'm gonna go do that real quick. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna throw up the break screen. Stay tuned for more Elden Ring. We'll be right back, boys. Stand by, stand by, stand by. Please stand by. We shall return, my friends. time, baby. Lay it down. Hang on. Let's go. I want to make it as accurate as possible. Yeah, baby. No deaths, but look at all that juicy damage. Oh, it's so good. So good. Let's bring the rain, baby. Bring the rain. 8.8 towel deflection. Where's it gonna go? Oh! Where's it gonna go, baby? Oh! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kills.
Visible here.
Boom! Oh, 2 damage. Still damage. Still damage.
Thousands to go.
Oh, is she? Oh, just a wee bit. Nada. 2 towers. 2 freaking towers. Look at that shit. This game is so freaking cheap.
Here are rats.
What kind of bullshit is that, man? 2 of them. Right next to one another. Oh no, you shall not. Make it rain, baby. They're all on fire and poison. Let's go, boys. And we're back, boys. Thank you for being here. Very much appreciate you. Let's click this bad boy and get on with it. All right, so let's see what we're up against now, my friends. Yeah, I needed to get some freaking coffee. Dude, my throat is still like torn the hell up. So that's what we're doing here. It's funny. Trust science when craft all over big sciences, but now they're flat out putting these things in science for years. Of course. I mean, it's just like the Scandinavian countries, man. Why they pushed real hard for all that bullshit, and it's just really funny when they did the experiment between like the sexes. They showed that the more freedom that you give the sexes, the more differentiation you get, right? In what men and women want to do as far as careers go. And they were literally looking for the opposite. And they just Like, whatever. Sure. I just find it. Yes. I absolutely do. But it's, again, this is what happens when you let religion dictate what your science is going to say, rather than, you know, what the experiments show, what the evidence shows, I guess I should say. Yeah, but my throat has just absolutely been devastated. You know, it's probably due to the fact that I should not have been streaming the entire time I was sick. But you know, Dark Tide came out, so 12, 15-hour days. It's not so bad. Might not be so bad. I mean, if you wanna, bro, you go right ahead. If you wanna, you go right ahead. The hell is that thing over there? Okay. Okay, bro. Okay, slow down. Slow your roll. Slow your roll. Oh. Okay. So is that what was over there? Okay, apparently. I really don't want to fight that thing. Oh my god. Oh. And down we go. Yeah, I'm not super interested in fighting all this. I'm just kind of not. Just kind of not. Especially when I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Well, that was awesome. Mega kill. Melted mushroom. How quaint. Yeah, I just have no interest in fighting that thing. None. None. But yeah, my dude, Flaming Cam, anyone who derides science or scientists for the conclusions that come out of science, rather than their methods and the experiments themselves, is probably ideologically possessed. Just to put it plain and simple. Be it via some. Why are his eyes red? They're all their eyes are red. Would be a normal religion or New Age hippie bullshit religion, you know, like modern feminism. I don't draw a very big distinction between them, to be quite honest. Mainly because they operate under the same principle of I believe X, so, and therefore everything must say that, and nothing can contradict it. And anything that does must be completely and utterly obliterated and or destroyed. I am very not cool with that. Very not cool. Which is one of the reasons why I tend to want to hear what skeptics and people who disagree with the mainstream narrative have to say. I'm very sympathetic. Ow. Yeah, them skinny little. Wait, what? What? Oh, come on. What the fluff are you doing? Ugh. I am very confused as to what's going on here. It's like it appeared that I staggered him, but he didn't go down for the count, as it were. By the way, did you hear the insane crap Canada's doing? Assisted death was punishing. Yeah, it's. Oh yeah, I feel like I want to die. Have you considered dying? I'm in irreparable pain. Have you considered dying? I know, right? Isn't that basically Islam? That's basically any religion. Like, let's be real. There are people who are Muslim who are perfectly content to live a life separated from secularism, but you know. And they believe what they believe, just like there are Christians and Jews and any number of other religions, minor or major. You know, there are people that believe in magic. You know that, right? There are actual people who actually believe in magic. Yes. That it is real. Yes. And that they can do things with magic. Yes, there are people like that exist. They are legitimately serious when they say they believe that magic is true. And is real, and they can affect the world via their magic. I shit you not. Canadian implementation assisted suicide is absolutely a huge ethical concern. But how are you getting? Yeah. No, I think he was talking about something else. Yeah. Has his ex-wife who is Wiccan. It's weird shit. Yeah, and Wiccan is even better because it's basically a 60-year-old woman. That is a mage sword, isn't it? Yes, int. Because it causes sleep buildup. Okay, that's cool, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, Wicca is like a 60-year-old religion. It's basically neo-paganism. Or, no, it's not basically, it is neo-paganism. It's just like people who worship the Asair, the Norse gods. When they say they worship the Asair, that is more neo-paganism than old school paganism, simply due to the fact that we don't really know exactly how the Norse worshipped their gods in the way that you could say that we know how Christians do their thing, right? Like their records and all this other stuff. There's not too many records of the Norse and the way that they do things. There we go. Knock him on his ass. Because, you know, they had a problem with, like, writing. She turned a nickel ring into a magnet by chucking it into a fire with a bunch of lavender once. Watched her do it and still never figured out how that worked. Probably wasn't nickel. I mean, there's any number of explanations that could be true. Because, I mean, she didn't, like, magnets have a very specific property of matter. And you're not gonna, basically if she turned nickel into a magnet, then what that means is that she transmuted it into iron. So, yeah. Because that's how magnets work. Unless it's a rare earth magnet or something like that. Or an electromagnet kind of dealio. Then it'd be different, yeah, sure. Yeah, let me see. If we go over here. Where's number 3 at? No, it's up there. Is it really just up there? Science we know, but often the science we don't know. Yep. For instance, autism we see mostly in men when they realize that both sexes differently. Yep. That's more of a medical science thing with human brains, and humans are very notoriously hard to how should I put this? Pin down when it comes to science because of the ethical concerns of experimentation. Obviously, there are ethical concerns about experimenting on people, so yeah. Which is one of the reasons we don't understand as much about the human body and human nature as we possibly could, because of that reason. Which, by the way, I'm fully in support of and do not think we should get rid of at all. Just in case anybody just has to, like, take me out of context. I got some proof, yo. I got some proof. Okay. What the hell is this thing? It's very easy to document shit like that. Yeah, it absolutely is. And see, the thing about it is that too many people attribute it to blatant women hating when a lot of it is just plain stupid ignorance. You know, they didn't even, what was it, medical trials didn't even include the difference between men and women in different medical trials until like the 90s or some crazy shit like that. Like I was when I heard that, I was flabbergasted. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? That just sounds, because like we know that men and women's skeletons are freaking different. You know, waist to hip ratio because of childbearing and whatnot. Like, how could you not? And the fact that women give birth and have, like, they obviously have a different biology. Like, how could you as a scientist not be like, yeah, we should probably do that? Like, it blows my freaking mind how stupid that is. But it wasn't really a thing. And it's because of more ignorance than it is anything else, right? New Age physics before she died and a bunch of old spiritual things. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's just, and that's one of the reasons why I can't agree with people like Christopher Hitchens, God rest his soul. Ha 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 ha. And Sam Harris when they talk about how like utterly abhorrent religion is, how we should get rid of it. It's like, I can't agree with that because we're never going to get rid of religion. You can get rid of Christianity, and you can get rid of Islam, and you can get rid of Hinduism, and you can get rid of all that bullshit. You can get rid of every major religion there is today. You can get rid of every religious religion there is today. And 5 minutes after you do that, humans, being human, will human and invent new bullshit to believe. Because humans are going to human. Blazing Ice, greetings and salutations, my friend. How goes it, buddy? We are doing the extra philosophical tangos today. Yes, yes. The extra juicy kind. Science, philosophy, morals, it's all here, baby. It's all here. No one is safe from the tango. Oh, that was my butt. That was my butthole. That was my butthole. Okay, so do we do slowly restores HP? Do we do HP, stamina, and equipment load? I think we do HP, stamina, and equipment load. Or jump attacks? We could do jump attacks. Now, here's the thing, right? When it says it enhances jump attacks, does anybody know what that means? Does it mean that it does more damage, or that it just raises your attack power? Does it do more stagger? I am unsure. What does this do? Potency of incantations, potency of sorceries. Just got a shower and off work. Nice. Nice. Well done, sir. Well done. Defense when HP is low. Does not prevent death from high fall. Okay, well, we're gonna throw this bad boy on just in case. Because, here? You think? You think, bucko? Think so? Praise the safety? Praise it! Praise it! Yeah. HP equipment load, man. HP and equipment load. Jump attack damage by 50%. Okay, so it's just damage, no stagger? Alright, cool. Thanks, bud. Appreciate you. Love your face, as always. Can I make crystal daggers at all? Do we ever get the ability to make those? I would assume so at some point. We'd get the ability to make that move. Yeah, dude, check out the freaking. Thanks for telling me about that program for the emotes, man. That's really awesome. I can now make gifs. Yes, indeed. I am super duper stoked. It's really weird. Sometimes they come out weird. Like the current one looks like this. I need to change it, and I will soon. But when somebody subs, you'll see it. It's even more glorious. This bad boy. It just looks like he's wiggling around. It's great. And I also made another GIF where it's doing a salute, but he's going like this, and then he switches to the other side, and then the other side. It's pretty cool. For I think it's gifted subs. Sir, I think you're done, sir. I think you're done. I think you are done. Maybe we should do the jump attack. Maybe we should. Hang on, let me see. Give me a second. What does this raise? Oh, it does raise stamina. How much stamina does it give me? 9. Okay. Well, okay. All right. Yeah, it's pretty baller. Now that I know how gifts work, I can make more. Which is awesome. Oh, blazing ice! Thank you, sir. Very much appreciate that. You absolute baller. Thank you. For 5. That's a total of 30. What is wrong with you, man? Thank you, sir. I very much appreciate it. Very much appreciate it. Now, as you can see, it doesn't spam the channel like the other one used to. Now it literally says you've gifted subs, and then I can see who got the subs, which is awesome. Or the chat can. So thank you. And also welcome Cheese-tastic, Kafik, Fiona McCorvus, and Able6 Romeo to the Brotherhood of the Waffle. Welcome, boys. Welcome.
It is good and glorious to see you today. The Emperor of Mankind calls to you, my friends. Do you answer? That is the question.
What do you foresee woke nonsense in the future? Do you think it'll change society a lot more? Hippies a decade ago. Also, will it cause math deaths and crazy ideologies? Thanks, Blazing Ice. Yeah, man. Like I said, dude, I put in a lot of work yesterday to fix all that shit. And since it broke, I was like, you know what? We're just gonna do all this. So as far as I see it, most likely what's gonna happen is the slippery slope is true, but only to a certain extent. Eventually, there's pushback. Right? So that's basically what's going on right now. Okay. All right. Wrong button. Here we go. Could you just not? Can you just not, sir? So I think we're gonna. Let's also do this. So basically, here's the thing, right? And I've said this. I think I've said this before. Like, it's just like with Star Trek or with any of these other IPs that are being ruined by quote wokeness. They're not actually ruined by wokeness. That's not the problem, right? Star Trek was woke before woke was even a thing. Like Stargate was woke before woke was even really a thing. Like, there's all kinds of bullshit that we used to watch as kids. That came out even before we were born. That was woke before woke was woke, right? And we consider these things classics, amazing cinema and storytelling and all this bullshit. Like another good example is the freaking Drizzt novels. They're woke as all hell, dude. Like, all of it. All of the major media for the past, 60 years is fucking woke. It's just not... The problem is not the ideas behind it. The problem is the implementation. For the vast majority of the stuff that I'm referring to, the people who made those things are talented, and they cared more about story before they cared about ideological bullshit, right? It's just like if you tried to make a movie, and instead of hiring good artists and good writers and a good director, you hired them because they were Christian. So imagine you made a movie about stuff that's religious, but you hired talent first, then they just happen to be Christian. So that doesn't matter. Or you hire Christian first and screw whether or not they're good at anything, right? Screw whether or not they're actually good at the damn thing. And that's why a lot of like religious movies that are Christian or Jew or based on Judaism and or Islam, they fall flat on their ass because the people that are writing them, directing them, doing all the other stuff for it, they're just not that talented. And they put their ideology first. They put their religion first. That's why a lot of the woke shit, the go woke, go broke nonsense is like a true ism, and it is because modern incarnations of the, diversity, inclusion, and equity nonsense are all written by people who have no goddamn talent. Or they put the religion first before the quality of the work, right? Like the Driz novels are another good example of this. Like, is there patriarchal nonsense in there? Yes, of course there is. Is there matriarchal nonsense because Driz comes from a dark elf society, which is based on the complete inversion of that, right? Where the women have all the power. Absolutely. But when it comes to the characters who are good and the good people doing good in the story, it's all if you are smart and can read between the lines, you can't differentiate it between woke nonsense that's today. It's just Ari Salvatore is a good author, and he cares more about the story than he does about that bullshit, right? So it's in there. It's just you have to be like extremely smart and read between the lines and not so caught up in the story to really see it. And the only reason I really figured it out is because I reread it so much of that stuff like 15, 16, 20 times, right? And so that's how that comes about. And it's just like with Star Trek. Like Star Trek has always been woke. Like when they say it's always been woke, they're not lying. Like the first interracial kiss was in TOS. The Next Gen basically did nothing but bash religion every time it freaking came up. Thank you, Picard. And like all the diversity nonsense was all there. Geordi was black. Frickin' Marita Sirtis, the Deanna Troi, was a woman who had command power. She eventually became a commander and outranked Data. Beverly Crusher is a doctor who is a commander who is not a line officer but does eventually become a command officer later in the series. And in the book, she is absolutely a command officer. And in the final episode of TNG, she literally commands her own ship, right? And they showed in Star Trek it had the first black female captain in the Next Generation. Like they had that. They had females of human and alien origin. They had females of different ethnicities from all over Earth being captains. None of this was a problem. Nobody had a freaking problem with this, hardly at all, right? Even the whole thing with Avery Brooks and Captain Sisko being captain was literally just like background noise as far as anybody gave a damn, right? Oh my God. And so I don't think it's actually going to be a problem because our society has been like inculcated with it for so long. That bitch just ate its own limb. That it really doesn't matter. Because a lot of the things that, the die cult believe in are not that bad. We should, be nice to other people, or not nice. We shouldn't discriminate against people just because of the color of their skin, or, what kind of genitals they have, or any of that other dumb shit that they claim that we do. And it's just... On, die! Crap, got abs. Sorry, no, that shit is fine. And so, like I said, I really don't think that it's. And funnily enough, it was Destiny that really like cemented this idea, because there was always something about that really bothered me. Because, like I said, Star Trek is a very good example that's very popular across all demographics. Male, female, black, white, whatever race you want to call it. Like Star Trek is extremely popular all over the world for nerds, right? And so you see people, like I said, and you see people like Jordy, who is a brilliant engineer, and he's black. But you know what's not ever brought up hardly at all and matters in the least amount of bit? That he's black. He's actually from Africa. He's literally from Africa. Nigeria, I believe. Or Ethiopia, one of the two. I don't remember specifically where he's actually from. And so you have all of these things. I mean, look at Data. He's not even freaking human, right? He's a freaking robot. And none of that matters, you know? I mean, it matters as far as the story goes for Data, but that's just because they're analyzing all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? They're doing all the spin. But, like, none of that matters. None of it at all. And that's how you do it, right? And that's how you can tell those stories and have those things, and it's fine. And nobody will care. We'll just enjoy the stuff. And especially when it concerns things like Star Trek, one of my biggest problems with the new Trek is not all of the dumbass diversity that they throw in for no good reason. Like, I can deal with a little bit of that, and that's fine. As long as you're honest and forthright about it, and not using hate to push your product, right? That's really what they were doing. They're doing that thing that Disney does, where they intentionally make something like super extremely woke and don't care about the story or any of that other nonsense, and if you don't like it, they call you a racist or a sexist or a phobe of some type. I despise that shit. And that's essentially what all that stuff has been doing. And I think the message and content of the stuff will remain very similar, as in, you know, of course we're still going to have, like, you know, white people and black people, you know, living in harmony and doing all kinds of dumb shit. That's not going to change, because corporations want to make money. So they're obviously going to have, you know, they're going to check boxes. But what will probably change is when they realize that a lot of this bullshit is going to bomb, and they're never going to make the money that they would if they just shut the f up about it and just make good stuff. Because, you know, like, the whole diversity thing, like, look at the 80s. Like, the 80s action movies were nothing but diverse. Look at, like, what was it? Like, Aliens, stuff like that, right? Let me rephrase that. Not everything was, but there were a lot of movies that had a lot of, like, diversity and all that other nonsense in it, right? Aliens is a prime example. Alien is another good example. Like, Sigourney Weaver is the, like, main protagonist of Alien. And she's one of two women? Is there a third? I think there's just two, right? And, you know, there was a freaking black dude and all kinds of other stuff. And then you had Aliens, which had black people and white people and women and all kinds of bullshit. There was even a little girl, you know what I'm saying? And she was actually, you know, strong, independent women's too, even though she was a little girl. Like, Newt was a baller, dude. Baller. Absolute baller. And so it's like this, it can be done. It doesn't have to be stupid. It doesn't have to be dumb. It doesn't have to be bad. And the fact that it is just goes to show you that their priorities have nothing to do with making good content. Okay. No! I thought I could open it and go out the other side and not actually fight. I had to walk. This sucks. Boom! Oh, yes! Give it to me, baby! Give it to me! Okay, well, fair enough. Ow. Well, I went on like a freaking 20-minute rant answering your question. But yeah, in conclusion, I don't think it's gonna be a big thing. Mainly because money is the main driver behind entertainment. And if you leave a gap open in any kind of niche, somebody can take it. Oh, it's Moonveil. Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, somebody's gonna take it. Somebody's gonna take it. The follow your doctors, yeah. And like I said, I don't think that's gonna work long term. I don't think it's gonna work long term. Because it's just like, I mean, look at, unless they start getting like overtly violent, like you know, forcefully converting people, like, you know, the Ottoman Empire, like people are just not gonna be okay with that shit. So it's definitely something that will, and that if it doesn't evolve to be more inclusive, funnily enough, then it will actually die. Funnily enough. So there's a couple puns for you. If wokeness doesn't become more inclusive, it will die. That's some good punnage right there, man. If I do say so myself. But again, like, there are ideologies that do that shit all the time. Just one of the biggest problems with what we were talking about is that it's been... Wait, what? What? Hang on, what? What? Turn back. Really? Oh, yeah, but you can't open that door. Okay, yeah, fair enough. That's why he wanted me to go to Limgrave. Okay, now I understand. But yeah, like I said, if it doesn't become more inclusive, it dies. And that has to do with the fact that people despise being told what to do all the time. And one of the reasons it's so popular, quote unquote, is because, or it's everywhere, is because of indoctrination of young minds through college. Right? That has a lot to do with it. That has a lot to do with it. And also Twitter and social media in general. Twitter is a big reason that it is because, you know, a lot of the lefty idiots don't realize, funnily enough, they don't realize that if you have a lot of privilege, being treated as if you were equal feels like and yes, that is so ironic. You don't even, you know, some people probably don't even know how ironic that is. I wonder what the hell's down here. How ironic is it? Bom, bom, bom. Yeah, basically all of the things I said are actually ironic. I guess they wouldn't be puns. Yeah, so I guess maybe that's wrong. But yeah, they're definitely ironic. Because essentially it's a you're either with me or against me kind of mentality that a lot of them have. And so it's not very inclusive to other ideas. It's only inclusive so far as you think exactly the same. Which is yuck. 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 So there is a site of grace right here. What is that place? I guess Doggo wants to win. Maybe. So in the end, it'll probably never go away. There'll always be somebody who's pushing that BS. But I think it's not, especially now that stuff like Twitter is changing to be more balanced, so that bad ideas get pushed out. Right? I think that's probably going to help a lot, because one of the reasons why that politics is pushed in the direction that it is because a lot of the people who do the pushing, if they can get away with it on Twitter, then that means they can get away with it in real life. Or it's how they see it anyway. And it kind of works that way Did that hit? Did that hit? I think it hit. I definitely think that hit. Smacky, smacky. Hello, buddy. Yeah, smash. Smash. Ah, crap. Oh, that was a bad idea. That's a bad idea. Yep. Also bad idea. But I mean, the thing about it is that it's a lot like the arc of Christianity in the West. In fact, one of the reasons that Christianity and Christians in general lost the culture war in the 70s, 80s, and 90s was because they were too restrictive with things like speech and generalized freedom. Like, it's just kind of retarded. Not even gonna lie. I don't understand why it would be the way it is, but that's the thing, is I don't have the mentality behind that to really understand it, right? Just like I can't believe that the wokerati believe half the bullshit that they believe, because it seems kind of asinine. And then when you say stuff like that and you criticize them, they will immediately say, "Oh, so you hate women?" Like, that's the kind of bullshit. Hate homosexuals, and it's like, yeah, if you only knew, buddy, if you only knew. I'm sorry, what'd you say? You say, do you have a fire pot for me? Okay. You aren't wrong with that. The church went insular extremists, scaring most folks out. Yep, I saw it happen in real time. Yep. And that's the thing, man, is it's like the whole, you know, they definitely could have won some heart and mind with the whole thing about hate the sin, not the sinner. Like, that was a very good, that's a very good way of looking at it. The problem is that you'd have people say that. It's just like the people who, how is it? God, who was it? It wasn't, it was DC Talk. One of the songs that they had was one of the leading causes of, you know, the failing of Christianity and Christians in general is so many people will go to church and say they love and spout how, I don't know. I'm trying to quote it and I'm doing a very bad job. But they will basically praise Jesus while they're at church and then go out in their lives and not live their lives as he would have commanded them to do so. Right? That kind of shit. Am I missing something? Is there a lever? I'm a believer. But yeah, so it's stuff like that. That where they would say these things because they sound good, and then they turn around and literally not do them and still be, you know, bigots, I guess is the best way to put it. It's the best way I can describe it. You mean 70 plus genders or anything, whatever? What do you mean? Whoever said that proved their actions were full of shit. Yes, that's what I'm getting at. Because it sounded good, but they still wanted to do what they were doing. And many of them were homophobes. Yes, this is absolutely true. But I think that they were it was more of a disgust thing rather than a true hatred of the other. But I mean, there were people who were like that, and I knew them. I definitely knew them. Yes. And then you have people who are part of the alphabet community that hate people like me. So you know they can all fuck off for all I care. I am very, very, very not okay with any of that. So, yeah, because I went through that too, but I had no community. Zero, zilch. So that's why I don't stand in solidarity with the alphabet. Because they did to me exactly what they claim religious freedom. And I am not. As you can tell, it makes me very angry. Crazy crap they talk about. Yeah, well, I mean, the whole, like, the thing about it is with the whole gender identity thing is that it is kind of crazy. Like I'm with you on that. The thing about it is that as far as like pure politeness goes in most conversations, it's like if that's like, and especially when we're talking about individuals who are trying to present as in a gender role that is not their gender of birth. I don't really care about that. And in most polite situations, if you're, you know, because when you deal with other people, there's give and take, right? There's when you interact with other human beings, they give a little bit, and they get a little bit, and you do the exact same. You give a little bit, and you get a little bit. You know, you give a little respect, they give a little respect. That's kind of how humans work. So if you are presenting as something that you are not, but you are at least attempting to try, and you're not being an asshole about it, then I won't care. And if you ask me to do the thing, then I'll probably do the thing because I don't care. It really doesn't, like, when I'm out in public, other humans don't really exist other than they might be dangerous. So, like, I don't think about any other person other than myself and my family when I'm out in public, other than how dangerous they could be to them. The Z and Zer pronouns. I'm very, oh man, did you really, could hit Sid and Sage? Come on, man, come on. Biology, a bunch of social norms about how people are supposed to act. Yes, and I give no Fs about how they go follow those social norms exactly. Yes, Sage cursed. Yes, he did. The Z and Zer pronouns. Well, here's the thing, dude, is that those are when you refer to someone by their pronouns, you're referring to them in the what is I forget what person it's supposed to be, but you're talking to someone else about that person. So the reason I think the pronouns are an interesting subject. Oh, dude, it's all good. It's all good. It's just funny. That's why I read your comment out. That's why I don't have them delete. I have them delete it in the chat, but I can still read it. So just in case. Magic butthole. Indeed. I'll give you that one. There we go. I believe this takes me to here. I think somewhere. Take me somewhere over here. I kind of want to do this, but I don't want to have to come back. I think we'll wait a second. I think we'll wait. I think we'll finish this area first. Yeah. Yeah, about the crazy pronouns, it's like I'm literally talking to someone else about you. You don't get to put words in my mouth. Now, if you want me to call you something, I'm open to that. But if I it up, you know, while I'm trying, and you give me shit for that, well, then you. And it's just like with the whole dead naming thing. Like I think it's so dumb because so many people dead name others, and it's like you're trying to show that you don't care about them, and you're trying to give them disrespect. So why don't you do it properly and call them every name but the one they want you to call them? So it's just like Elliot Page, right? If I wanted to disrespect Elliot Page, I would not call Elliot Page by the name that her parents gave, by the name that his parents gave him when she was a girl. Anyway, what I would do is I would call him Adam or Tim or any other name other than the one I wanted to call, other than the one they wanted. Right? So, you get what I'm saying. Okay, so Tiger Bro is angry. Tiger Bro is angry. But yeah, that's how you get away with it, quote unquote. Especially when you're having to deal with you know, assholes who like to censor. So yeah. Timothy would be my go-to. That's just kind of
Why are you not attacking him, dude? Why you gotta be all up on that butthole? Huh? What'd you get? What'd you get? Alright, we are going to do this. This. Oh, bullshit. Get wrecked, baby. Woo! Gender instead of pronouns. And I've never met anyone IRL who had a problem with those, and they are supposed to be lefty hellhole Seattle. It's a weird small subset of Twitter, Tumblr. Yes, yes. And like I've seen some absolute Lion's Claw. I remember that. Lion's Claw is really good, isn't it? Yeah, really good. Isn't there a way to open that gate? There was a way to open that. There's a ladder. Pretty bad victim mentality, yeah. Gotten better, but it's still, yeah. And that's the thing, man, is that one of the reasons that they can have such a victim mentality is because of the civilization that we live in, right? It allows people to have that kind of thing and it not be detrimental to their existence or ability to breed in many cases. Which, you know, before the modern era, it most certainly was. Interesting. If I only had a lever. Lever ahead. Where is the lever? Oh, there it is. Okay. So how the hell do I get over there? Oh, I see. Okay. I see. But it's one of those things that's just like, you know, if I knew, like, an ex-girlfriend of mine, her brother is trans and formerly known as Ethan. And I don't remember, I think Ellen is what she chose to be called. I wouldn't call her a him, and I wouldn't call her by her old name, right? I would never do that. One, because you know, it's just not appropriate in that instance to do such a thing. And two, the reason is because I knew this person, right? And they were always cool. And you know, we were always cool with each other, and they were never, you know, overtly an asshole to me, right? So unless that person is going to be a complete, you know, asshole to me, then I might do it just to be an asshole back, right? So, and to be fair, a lot of people do that just to be assholes. They misgender and all that other nonsense just to be dicks. Which, I mean, it is what it is, you know. People do all kinds of dumb shit all the time, and you know. Is there an excuse? Nah, not really. But, you know, half the fun in the world would be gone if people weren't allowed to be assholes to one another. The best thing you can do is, you know, have a stiff upper lip, as it were. And I still went the wrong damn way. I need to go to the teleporter. Yeah. Often big on victimhood. Yeah. I mean, that's just the way it is, man. But you got to remember, so are other religions. Christianity, Islam, big on victimhood, big on victimhood. Now, individual ideology is not, but the actual religion itself is. I.e., you know, Christianity is under attack, Islam is under attack, all that nonsense. And of course, I went the wrong. Yeah, it should be asking of you basic respect and courtesy. How many folks deliberate assholes about it? Yep, it's a bigger shame that nobody has any thick skin anymore. Yeah, because that's the thing is if a lot of the quote unquote snowflakes would just, you know, mock the people who misgender and or dead name them back, and not get all kerfluffled about it, then there wouldn't be that. Then most of them would stop doing it, because the whole reason they do it is to get a rise out of you. It's just like when. What was that black dude who played Overwatch who went on that rant about telling some girl on his team to go make him a sandwich or some shit because she's a woman? Whatever. And it's like, do I think he's misogynist? No. Because if he was, he wouldn't have played with her in the first place. And he would have been doing that from the beginning. What happened was he got tilted by some dumb shit happening in the game, and she said something that pissed him off, and so he chose a vector of attack that would likely piss her off. And he's the one that ended up getting banned and shit for it, which is just hilarious to me. Because a lot of times, that kind of thing is just used as a vector to make the person that they're trying to disrespect and to get under their skin, so that they can get under their skin. That's like half the freaking point. Where the hell is this guy? Where the hell is this thing? Doesn't that take you inside the thing? Why do they have these? I have no idea. 9, maybe 10. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. We're now inside the castle. Really weird. Super duper weird. And if I'm not mistaken, there's like nobody in here, right? No mobs. I still don't understand this place. You know what I mean? Like, I know at some point you come back here and there's mobs everywhere. Can you even go through that? Yes. Aha! Oh, it's the double doggo. Yeah. Yep. Not today, double doggo. Not today. Well done, boys. Well done. Yes. Glory be. Had the exact opposite thing where people hated me and the local GW community because I didn't like the Warhammer. Is for everyone message, which wasn't for everyone. Exactly. All done after. Yeah, exactly. Like, I love how the Warhammer is for everyone, but like, if you say anything after, if you say everything before but is meaningless. Yep, everything before but is meaningless. So basically, they said Warhammer is not for everyone, and it's like, okay. I mean, I was probably never gonna buy any other garbage anyway, but that's why I haven't bought any books or any of that other stuff. It's like, well, if you don't want me, then I'm just going to play the stuff that I am explicitly interested in, stuff like Darktide. But I'm not interested in Darktide because, or Vermintide for that matter, because it's in the Warhammer universe. I'm interested in it because Fat Shark makes good games. It just happens to have a freaking good skin on it, which is one of the main reasons I like it. But like 8 people from my local. Oh, man, that sucks, dude. Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, and that's the thing is that people actually watch the trial and don't realize that he probably would have died from overdose anyway. So it's like, okay, they literally watch the trial and just they don't see it. They hallucinate something else. It's really stupid, but it's just the way humans are. Right? Even the coroner was like, if he was found at home, we would have likely ruled this an overdose. Stuff like that. That doesn't mean that that the individual responsible shouldn't have gotten what he got. I don't care. Throw his ass under the bus. I hate cops, dude. Even though my best friend is one. That's correct. My best friend is a cop. I don't hate him, but I've seen enough bullshit that cops do. I do not like them as a general rule. Yeah. As a general rule, I do not like police because of that. Not only that, I tend to be more like libertarian minded, so I just despise state operators. I used to be one, and it makes me freaking cringe. This goes for Rittenhouse too, yeah. I mean, even somebody like Vosh eventually came around to the whole thing
where it's like, so you're telling me he should submit to the mob? And then Vosh is like, yes. And he's like, so if he was black and he was being hunted by a bunch of freaking dudes in hoods, should he have submitted to the mob? And then Vosh was sitting there like, "Durr, durr, durr." Yeah, it's really stupid and funny how all that works. But it still exposes matches within our police forces to respond. Yes. And that's the thing, is that that really kills me about it, is that in the trial it showed that he was following all the procedures that he should have.
General Radon.
Like it also showed from his own cam that his knee wasn't on his neck for 9 minutes. Like, that's not what happened. And that the main contributing factor to the reason why he didn't get the medical attention that he needed was because of all the screaming idiots who were screaming that they were killing him. Is probably the reason he died. Because SOP is that when the crime scene is unsafe, you have to make it safe. And so their first concern was to make it safe rather than Dude Bro's freaking
Do you
health.
know for whom this festival is being held? Well, it is none other than General Radon himself.
That's because Vosh is dumb. Well, I mean, I don't think Vosh is dumb. I think Vosh is evil.
Oh, gosh. In truth, I quiver.
Because he wants to win more than he wants to be have principles and shit like that.
The fear,
which is why I would never trust him with any kind of
ordeal
power.
is worth undertaking. Be sure to
Of course,
get
I
a
wouldn't
good
trust most
vantage,
human
my
beings with
friend.
any kind of power either, because we're all easily
Iron
corruptible.
Fist Alexander, do hereby vow to unflinchingly brave this ordeal. Be sure to get a good vantage, my friend.
Okay. Is Blade here? Hey, look at Blade.
Thought I might find you here. I must admit, I was a little worried. We missed our meeting. But it looks like you're still in one piece, eh?
What do you mean we missed our
You must
meeting?
have heard by now, right? That Star-Scourge Radon holds Rani's fate in stasis. But once he's out of the way, it'll spring back into motion. So now, we stand against the demigod once known as the strongest of them all. The way ahead is pleasingly simple. We fight, sword and fang.
But I totally met him down in the whatchamacallit. That's really weird. Let there be stars. I'm debating on whether to give this a go or not.
Are you good and prepared, young chum? The festival begin.
Ready as I'll ever be, boys.
Before we begin, allow me to paint you the full picture.
That's really weird. Why is it doing that?
General Radon is cursed ever to wander. Eaten from the inside by Melania's scarlet rot, his wits are long gone. Now he gathers the corpses of former friends and foes alike, gorging on them like a dog.
There we go. I fixed it. I fixed it. I totally fixed it.
Howling at the sky.
Are we done?
Now, we must make merry. Oh, gathering of champions! The revels begin! The celebration of war! The Radon Festival!
Okay. Sounds good.
You will find the field of battle past the church ahead. General Radon divested of his wits and howling at the...
And howling at the sky. All right, man. Take it easy, buddy. Lurk away, my dude. Lurk away. He said we missed our meeting, but I definitely met him down in the bottom of Sephora. That was really weird. Why would he say that? Why would he lie like that? Why you lying to me, Blade? Why you lying to me? why you die? Yeah, that's death. That's totally death. That's why, Flaming Cam, I cannot recommend enough a guy by the name of Devo. Or his channel, his YouTube channel is called Short Fat Attacker. Pretty good dude. Quite like him a lot. And mainly because he takes the time to try to steelman every side of an argument, which is something that I very much appreciate. And something that we do not have enough of nowadays. Where you try to give a fair shake to every single side of an argument, regardless of how contemptible it may be. In his latest video on the shooting that happened in Colorado was really good too. I really liked it. And the 3 Forms of Fascism, such a good video, man. Such a good video. Alrighty. So, let's see. How are we going to do this? Well, honestly, it's probably going to be like this. Let's grab this. I don't think the fire bombs are going to be very helpful. Right, I think I can get all this stuff done. I'm just not sure if I need to do it at the beginning. Okay, I tried to dodge and utterly failed. Can you not dodge on the horse? You can. Okay, we got him. Excellent. Excellent. They are engaged in a melee of the most epic proportions. Ow! Bruh! Drink, 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 drink. Ugh. Like, how much was the dodge left? Seriously. Oh, come on. That's not cool. He's just killing them left and right, man. Like, I can't get close enough to hit his ass. Come on. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh, he killed Wolf! No, Blade!
bullshit. Come on. Come on. Bruh. Bruh. Oh my goodness. What am I supposed to do against that bullshit? All right, boys. Well, I guess that settles it. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back to this next time we get on the Elden Ring, and we're gonna be switching over to Darktide real quick here. So stand by to stand by to stand by. Please stand by. We'll be right back with more Darktide. Yes, indeed, my friends. We're gonna switch it over. I really didn't get to do much of Caelid at all today, but I was just messing around. So I think it'll be all right. I think we'll be fine. We'll do the damn thing, and we'll get her done. All right, boys. I'm gonna go on break, and we'll be right back. Peace out. Come on, somebody move. Yeah, there it is, boys. Mega kill. Oh my God, they're all dead. Holy shit. Stuff pull. I still have stealth on you. They don't see you. Who do they see?